What's up, internet? I got a lot to talk about today, so I'm not going to try to waste any of your time. Try to keep up if you can. Here's what people are not saying about IGTV. I'm gonna be tackling almost every side of this argument because I made a tweet recently about IGTV that a lot of people wanted more clarification for, and Twitter is the worst possible place for clarifying things, so I thought a longer YouTube video where I got to explain things in glorious horizontal format would be a better solution. I've been reading a lot of people's comments about IGTV. I'm sorry if you're sick of this topic. A lot of people don't realize that it's actually split the internet pretty much in half on whether or not this is a good thing or a stupid thing or a fad or here to stay. But regardless, there's still a lot of things that people aren't saying, so I'm going to use my platform to bring up some points I don't think people are addressing. So the most common one I hear from everyone is don't compare it to YouTube. It is not a YouTube competitor, it is just another video creating site. The reason I'm going to be comparing it to YouTube a lot, even though everyone out there is saying that it is not a YouTube competitor, Instagram sees it as a YouTube competitor. They literally bring up and reference YouTube directly in the keynote and say, this is better than this app. They didn't use YouTube by name, but they exactly described the YouTube app and said, this is a bad way of viewing content. Our way of viewing content is good. And if you think this whole video is just going to be about why I don't like vertical, part of it is that, but there's a lot more to it. So as much as we like to say it is not a YouTube competitor, sadly it is. It's just not a good one. I already made a whole video explaining as to why there's so many more applications for horizontal content between gaming, movie reviews, and a lot of hypocrisy in the IGTV app's design in itself. As in, while I have a lot of problems with YouTube and I desperately think YouTube needs a competitor, they somehow found a graphical interface that makes YouTube actually look good. So no, by no means is it a threat to YouTube, but technically it is a site in which the developer of it wants people to edit and create longer types of content. They even have a desktop uploader, okay? Even on the standard Instagram website, you cannot post pictures from desktop, but with IGTV, they encourage you to upload videos on desktop, meaning they're encouraging actual video content, not just smartphone footage, not just like Instagram stories, which is just quick little, hey, here's what's going on in my day, then we move on. They are encouraging edited content from creators and are saying that monetization rules are coming, whether you think it needs it or not. Plenty of creators out there are saying IGTV doesn't need ads. It's its own thing. It can just get views and then I have to get sponsorships and that's how I'll make money. The ads are coming, which brings me to my next big point. I think it's very dangerous to just go ahead and assume IGTV is going to be the next big thing. Whether you like it or not, it's just has to be because Instagram is a giant site. You are not experiencing the final product yet. Instagram has confirmed that ads monetization is rolling out at some point in the future. They haven't said when and they haven't said what the rules are for monetization, but they have confirmed it is happening. Now, when I go on Twitter and say that I don't want to upload to IGTV until I know what the monetization policies are, a lot of you took this as all Drew cares about is money. All he wants to do is make money. If he can't make money, he doesn't care about it. I have worked on YouTube far many years without getting paid compared to years getting paid. Getting paid on YouTube is generally a new thing in my life. I worked very, very hard to get here. I worked for years getting nothing, and I'm still working on channels, pouring money into these channels, investing in them that I care about in the Tailosive network, and I'm not getting paid for it. I don't want people out there to get that impression that the only reason I don't like IGTV is because I can't get paid on there. I work on things that I'm passionate about and that I have a vision for. I really don't care about the challenge. A lot of people like to call it an opportunity to start making all of my content vertical, but I'll get into that in a second. When I say I want to hear their monetization policy, it's not just from a creator point of view, it is from a viewer point of view. When I say monetization policy, this can mean a lot of different things. There's so much about this app we still don't know, and until we know the details of it, I'm not going to waste my time with it. So for one, we know that ads are coming. For two, we know that IGTV is an autoplay app. The second you open it or the second you hit the IGTV icon on someone's Instagram page, video starts playing. You don't get a library of stuff. The videos start playing. If there's going to be ads, this could mean the second you open the IGTV app, ads start playing. Will these be a 10-second ad? Will they be skippable? Will they be 20 seconds? Are advertisers also going to do what a lot of YouTubers are already doing and starting every IGTV video with rotate your phone, switch to horizontal horizontal mode, and then they just re-upload the YouTube video they've already made. Yes, lots of creators are doing that out there, and this is another major problem with forcing everyone to adopt vertical content, is you can't really stop YouTubers from just telling all of their audiences to use your app in a way you don't want them to use it, given comments are going to be sideways, the player is going to be up and down now. You can force hack people to use IGTV in horizontal mode, but it's not supported, and there's not really a way Instagram can stop users from doing that. They're going to do it whether you like it or not, and because it's an autoplay app, those things are going to show up in your recommended anyway, complicating the app even further, given Instagram doesn't want you to upload horizontal, but YouTubers are going to force hack it to work to their way anyway, and it overall just makes things so much more complicated. Now, monetization policies, while you think you may know them on YouTube, Instagram is owned by Facebook. As much as you may hate the Zuck or think that Facebook is weird or delete your Facebook account because of privacy reasons, they still own Instagram. People at Facebook are smart. They know that the actual website is dying. Less people are using it. It's not as fun with the kids. However, the whole point of IGTV, the reason they made this, was not because Facebook was bored and they didn't know what to do with their Saturday. This is an extensive plot to retain their king position at selling advertisement space to the internet. They know that Facebook's not working out for them. They see the growth of Instagram, so now they're thinking, how can we get more ads on Instagram so we can make more money? And whether you love or hate vertical video, it is a competitor to YouTube. Not in just the sense of us creators making content or viewers like you watching content, also to advertisers who are going to be deciding where should we place our ads, YouTube or IGTV. In that regard, no, it is not a good competitor, but it is a competitor. So again, I want people to get the point across that it's not just coming from a, I only care about money, I'm not going to work on things unless I get paid, because I work on tons of stuff that I don't get paid for just for the sake of passion. And like a lot of you, as soon as I found out about IGTV, I got really ambitious. I was like, oh man, YouTube competitor, there's a whole new site, it's got a desktop uploader, I automatically qualify to upload, heck yeah. So I started recording things, I set up a camera, I started editing things in vertical immediately. I was excited like you guys. I was convinced this was going to be the next big thing. I was convinced I needed to get on it fast, but the more and more time went by, the more I realized I need to take a step back and I need to think about what this platform is going to be and if it's worth my time. A lot of people on Twitter were saying, Drew, not everything has to be something you get paid for. Don't look at it as a job. Creating content is my job. It took me a long time to get here and a lot of part-time work and a lot of late nights to get to the point where I could create content for a living. But when other people out there come up and tell me, take time out of your day, take time out of creating content that supplies you your livelihood, allows me to eat, sleep, drive, pay rent, pay bills. That's what creating content is for me. There is a level of passion to it. There are things I do in my free time that I do not get paid for, but I do not see vertical video as a new challenge, a new opportunity. The more and more I compared it to the way the YouTube app works, I came to some conclusions that I don't think a lot of people think about. Vertical content, I think, is fine for quick, short little clips. I think it makes perfect sense for things like Snapchat stories or Instagram stories or something like that. Something quick happened in the day, you caught it with your phone, you want to update your followers about it. I get vertical video for that, but as an actual, I want to upload videos in vertical, I want to actually edit content with text and jump cuts and use professional grade cameras for stuff like that and spend as much time on IGTV as you do on YouTube. I very rarely say this, but YouTube actually has it right. What a lot of you are not realizing is that YouTube is not actually anti-vertical. And that's besides the point that you can upload vertical videos to YouTube. No one does it because it's not really built for it, but you can. That's not my point. My point is you can use a lot of the YouTube app in vertical mode. I know that people find that more natural, but it's also just more efficient from a viewing and creative point of view. Vertical video is crushing a lot of what you're looking at whenever you're using IGTV because the content takes up the whole display. There's got to be more info than that. You've got to have your suggested videos, and that takes up the bottom half of the screen. Where do you put the description of the video? Oh, it's at the top. If you hit the title, the description drops down and grays out the entire video, just so you can read a couple of paragraphs on top. Just by checking out what other content is on IGTV, you're covering up half of what you're watching anyway. If you didn't think vertical was constricting enough. Pause button is way down here, so I can tell on Instagram they're really encouraging you not to pause content, unless of course you want to look at the comments section. Hit the comments section, this is the most hypocritical part. They put black bars on the side of the vertical video, which literally has nothing on them. This is just wasted space on your smartphone. It's not an efficient way of viewing content. The creator who published this video is working very hard to adapt to this new aspect ratio, but Instagram themselves says, well, if you want to look at the comments, we gotta condense that to a horizontal view anyway. Then you can actually read comments. It's not like you can search for other videos, but at least there's comments. But if you want to reply, that brings up the keyboard. That has to pause the video. If you want to interact with someone in the comments, you cannot be watching the video at the same time, which is why it confuses me that so many people out there who talk about IGTV say it's more personal, it's more engaging and stuff like that. I can't watch the video and reply to comments at the same time. I have a lot of problems with YouTube, okay? There's a lot of things YouTube does wrong, and I think they desperately need a competitor, but I gotta hand it to them. Their app makes a whole of a lot more sense. I'm not even gonna put it in horizontal mode, okay? I know it's so complicated to use your wrist and rotate a video. I know that's frustrating, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use YouTube in vertical mode for a second. Got the nice big play pause button here in case someone walks in. I need the video to stop playing so I can address them. Let me hit play here. Video is playing. While the video is playing, by the way, no black bars, good use of space. Every part of the video is going from edge to edge of the display. I can see the view count. I can see the likes, the dislikes, what channel this is, how many subscribers they have. At the same time, I have a vast array of selections of what other videos may be coming up later. What else can I watch? What else can I check out? Simultaneously, I can keep scrolling and get to the comments section. Still no black bars here, okay? Still no hypocrisy. I can be reading through comments, and guess what? I can even reply to comments and interact with people. Video is still playing on the top. And by the way, there's still no black bars. There's no wasted space. Pixels on our very small phones that are still being put to waste because Instagram says vertical is the future, right? Everyone needs to adapt to it. I can reply here, hit send, close that reply, and go back to viewing content. Pausing the video is very easy. I can skip by tapping on the sides of the player, which bizarrely on IGTV is only available on Android and not iOS. Don't know why. You know, YouTube is owned by Google, so I can understand some bias there, but Facebook doesn't make phones. I don't know why Instagram would have a bias towards Android. So from an efficiency standpoint, just using YouTube in vertical mode, I can view more content, I can interact with more people, and not have wasted space. This is what confuses me about IGTV. It is not more personal, it is more intrusive. The content has the title over it, other videos being advertised on the bottom half, black bars that aren't being used for anything. Looking at the description has to gray out the entire thing. YouTube does not have these problems. YouTube has a lot of problems, but these are not it. The other hypocrisy I find in the Instagram app is IGTV is its own separate app. The second you press that app, videos start playing, but also when you're in someone's Instagram bio, the IGTV button is right there and you press it and it literally acts the exact same way as the IGTV app. So why does the app exist if your IGTV account and your Instagram account are the same thing? They don't have separate followers, they don't have separate posts, they're all linked together. Which brings me to my next point. Some people out there were saying, Drew, you gotta get on IGTV, the ads will come later or the views will come later, but this is a new platform, you gotta get in on the ground floor, you gotta be here early. IGTV is still linked to a social media site that is primarily posting pictures. In fact, I've accumulated quite a large library on my Instagram account. I'm very proud to say we have over 13,000 followers, thanks to you guys, over on our Instagram account, and that is not separate from IGTV. That is technically the same account, meaning you do not have to take time out of your day or time out of making YouTube videos just so you could make edited vertical videos, because growing your Instagram page via making pictures and posting them is no different than gaining followers via IGTV. They're linked, they're the same thing, which means that even if you don't upload anything on IGTV for a year and it turns out to be a great service, if someone with 1,000 followers has been uploading IGTV videos every single day for a year and I still have more followers than them, even though I haven't uploaded any IGTV videos, I can still accumulate more views in a larger audience on this platform, even if I don't jump in it right now. It's very divided. In other words, YouTube and Google Plus, you know, they're kind of linked, they're intertwined. IGTV and Instagram are not two separate things. They're kind of intertwined with the followers and the posts, and just taking pictures and uploading them to Instagram is just a personal hobby of mine, whereas setting up cameras in vertical mode and exporting them and editing them, that takes a lot more time away from making my regularly scheduled content that can be viewed on YouTube, that I can get paid for and get supported for. And again, it's not all about money. money, but if you're planning on making money via IGTV, I really encourage you to be a bit more skeptical. Instagram accounts are a lot larger than YouTube accounts. You know, like PewDiePie is the largest YouTuber with 63 million subscribers. Instagram accounts are way larger. The largest account, Selena Gomez, has 139 million. Second place has 131 million. There's 10 people on Instagram with over 100 million followers. On YouTube, no individual creator has nearly that many. Meaning that when it comes to monetization, if you're hoping to make money via ads, it's not inconceivable that they'll set the bar very high. YouTube has already done this and they're a very large site. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. These are difficult things to reach. On Instagram, it's not too crazy that someone might have to get 10,000 followers or even 100,000 followers, because while you may think, no, they wouldn't require that, who could reach that? A lot of people on Instagram already have more than that, and opening up the ad program to just people with over 100,000 followers will still probably make them a good deal of money. Monetization is different over on Twitch. Even if you're not making money via ads that play before your stream, Twitch can put ads before them just to support themselves. Instagram could be doing this for their app. Whether you want to monetize your videos on IGTV or not, ads will be played before your videos and in between your videos just so that IGTV can be supported. All your viewers and audiences that you're all moving over to IGTV, are they gonna put up with 10-second ads, non-skippable ads, 30-second ads maybe? We just don't know. I'm not trying to say that IGTV cannot succeed. I'm saying we haven't gotten enough information for it to be worth my time. If you're assuming, yeah, my viewers, they'll stick around for 10 seconds. They'll stick around for 15 seconds. They'll put up with ads if they get to watch me, even if it doesn't pay me. Really now, the people who are too lazy to do this, you know, they think that moving your phone to a horizontal position, that's just too complicated. They're gonna put up with ads? I don't know about that. After all this, I still have to ask myself, and I really, really want to hear the counter argument here, why not allow a horizontal layout? Why not be a direct YouTube competitor? Instagram blatantly steals Snapchat's ideas all the time. Why couldn't they blatantly steal YouTube's? In fact, a lot of people ditched Snapchat and moved to Instagram when that happened because it was such a good clone and they actually listened to their audiences. YouTube is untouchable because no one competes with them, so they make all this auto-generated thumbnail bullcrap and unchronological video feeds in the sub box. YouTube does these stupid decisions because they have no threat. They're not worried about anyone leaving. That's why even if you love IGTV and you hate everything I said about it and you love the platform, you have no problems with it, you're absolutely excited about it, we still don't need something like that. What we still need, someone to put YouTube in their place, someone to say, YouTube, you're not doing monetization properly, here's how you do it, and over here creators have the same options they had over on YouTube. Horizontal uploading, 4K uploading, tablet support, TV support, more accessibility. What would have been so bad about that? Why restrict everyone to vertical? Literally the Instagram app, the regular one, lets you upload videos in regularly horizontal format. You're allowing it on the Instagram app, but not on IGTV. Why? There's so much hypocrisy in the design, and I don't understand the message they're trying to send because navigating the app is not as efficient as YouTube, even in vertical mode. I don't think rotating your phone is very complicated. The monetization is a wild card. It could really go either way, which is why I'm not trying to say it will never be a success. If they handle monetization and ads effectively, I think IGTV could be big, and I would consider uploading to it once I know what this information is. But right now, we don't. That's why I'm skeptical. That's why I'm not posting over there. And I think before you get too excited and buy too much vertical equipment, don't bet so heavy on something we don't know much about yet. The monetization policy has much more to do than just how I make money. It has to do how viewers watch ads. It has to do with what ads are going to be put on what videos, whether you qualify for their program or not. You could have ads. They could be unskippable. They could be long. They could be banners. And in regards to vertical videos, I think I've explained to you how much wasted space is involved over there and how I don't see how it's more personal than a regular YouTube channel would be. And believe me, I hate a lot of what YouTube's doing right now, but they at least have finally kept up with their promises with the monetization policies. We just got our gaming YouTube channel monetized. We just got our main comedy skit channel monetized. It took them 3 months, and I'm upset about that, but they did it eventually. We know the rules. It takes YouTube a while, but they will follow their promises. Regardless, though, Instagram Instagram was one of the only sites that could compete with YouTube. You want to talk about VidMe or Vimeo or other sites like that? They're not big enough to rival YouTube's size. Instagram was one of those few social media sites that was big enough to actually compete with the size of YouTube, 1 billion active users. That's very hard to find. They were one of the last straws of people who could make a genuinely good YouTube competitor. Instead, they had to throw in their own gimmicks, they had to make things complicated, and now it results in an extremely inefficient way of viewing content, making a new video production site that a lot of people from YouTube would love to switch over to, but they just can't. You can't convince Ninja that he's got to play Super Mario Run to adopt to IGTV. So go ahead and trust the Zuckerberg, trust Facebook. They're gonna handle monetization right, I hope. But until we know what those rules are, I'm not gonna waste any time with it. I'm still gonna happily upload pictures to my Instagram, and if it ends up being a great monetization policy and it helps pay the bills over here, I'll gladly make some content for it. But until then, I'm gonna pass, and I think you should take into consideration the things I talked about in this video. So thank you guys for your time. I know this was a long one, but there was a lot to be said that a lot of people were not bringing up. Please think about these things. Don't just get too hyped on this is the future when there's clearly some giant flaws or information we don't know yet. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.